Hey YouTube, Rando here. So some of you may remember recently we built a kit, a little survival kit for the pocket, out of the through night kit, or the through night tin. That's a little through night, what is it, the TI2V2, I believe it is. Flashlight came in, and we built a kit around that flashlight. Well, I wanted a kit for my pocket, and that is the perfect size kit for my pocket. I don't like carrying things in my pocket, so that little through night kit was just a perfect kit for my pocket. But I wanted something a little bit more substantial that we could throw in the EDC pack. Now I'm going to start this by saying this is tapered to my needs. So there is some, redundancies in here, stuff that I actually carry in my pocket already, stuff that's in my EDC pack already. But I just wanted a little kit that I could throw in a glove compartment, I could throw in a bug out bag. In my case, it's going in my EDC pack, but I wanted a good all-around kit. Now there's some things in here that I left out due to the fact that I already carry quite a few of those, like a multi-tool. I was going to throw a small Sheffield multi-tool in this one, but I already have a multi-tool that I showed you the other day on the keychain. So I got a keychain multi-tool, and I have a Leatherman that I carry daily. So I really don't need multi-tool in there, so I left that out. And then there's some other stuff I left out, like first aid, stuff like that. Stuff that I really just don't need because I carry a first aid kit in my EDC pack. So there is some stuff missing out of here. But for the most part, it's a good all-around kit for me. And it is small enough to fit in the pocket. You can see it's quite a bit bigger than the through night kit. And there is one thing in here that I would like to change out as well, but some of you may also remember we built a kit for my wife's pack, and we built it around the Bushcraft Essential stove. Well, the bottom of this would not fit on that stove very well, so we pulled the stove out of here and kind of built another kit around it just for the pocket, and it's this kit right here. So let's just jump in it and open it up. You can see on the outside of it I have a hair tie and two fake Ranger bands. It's really, you know what these are? These are bracelets from when my kids were younger and their arms were a lot smaller. They have, dozens of these bracelets that don't fit them anymore, so I use them as Ranger bands. They work well, they're thick. They work. Let me show you what we have. Now I did take this out of the through night kit. I have plans on buying another one. I have like 3 of these things around here, but one of them is in the 22 survival kit, one of them's in another kit, and I didn't want to break down those kits. And since this is going in my EDC pack, I can take the through night kit out anyway. So I might end up throwing the through night down in here as well. But for now, I do have a small light in here, just so I can see what's going on. And I have enough batteries to refill it twice. So here's 3, and here's 3. So I can refill it twice, and it's got full batteries in it. Or it's 4 rather, sorry. We have some fishing string here. Also in here I have 2 small safety pins and 2 fishing hooks as well. This is just a little fire kit in itself. We got some fat wood in there, a really highly resonated fat wood as well, and then some strike anywhere matches. Try to kind of set all this stuff back here. Alright. This is the knife I ended up throwing in here. It's an old Uncle Henry knife. I've got quite a few of these. If you remember, I have one in the little pocket fire kit that I built, EDC fire kit or whatever. I have one as well. It's a lighter colored one, but same kind of knife. Uncle Henry. This is the pencil that was in the through night kit. I went ahead and took it and put it in here. I had another one in here with more tape on it, but I don't need that much tape, so I just put a little bit of tape on here and then some floss. extra cordage, whatever. Let's see, got one zip tie. Zip ties always come in handy. Let's see, got the UST, I'm going to call it the Spark Force, because I believe that's what it is. It's either Strike Force or Spark Force. I can never remember which is which. I think the bigger one's the Strike Force. So these right here, believe it or not, are fairly strong. You could run a piece of wire through here, and you can use these as a little pot hanger. You know, put over your fire. Let's see. We got some steel braided wire in here as well. Cordage. I guess you could use them as snares, what have you. Let's see. This is a rain poncho, but could also double as like a cover. You know, it can keep you dry, but you could also make a shelter out of this if you had to. Last resort, I guess, again. I don't think I would want to make a shelter out of that poncho because it's a cheap poncho, but if it's all you had. I carry an extra toothpick in here. I keep toothpicks everywhere. 2 pieces of bait, 2 lures. Already. Soot on the inside of here from the Bushcraft Essentials micro EDC stove. I threw that down in here as well. Again, we're not using it in the GSI Glacier kit, just due to the fact that the cup don't sit on it very well. I'm going to have to find another stove for my wife's pack, because this one's not going to work. But I'm pretty sure you could use it with this tin and boil water inside this tin if you had to. And for that reason, I didn't add any water filtration or purification tablets or anything like that in here. If you had to, you could boil water in here. But hopefully, you know, if it's in my EDC kit, I have water filter in my EDC kit as well, a life straw. So let's see. Here's a little screwdriver. Now, I didn't put my multi-tool in here, but I do have these little spares. And I think it's off the Craftsman. Oh, hell. I did a review on it over on Texas Blades. I don't recall what the exact name is. It's a Craftsman small little multi-tool. But a lot of the multi-tools you get now, they aren't, they're just flat Phillips heads. It's not really much of a Phillips head, so I like these right here. They're rounded off, kind of like the Stanley, work well. So I threw that in there, and also a file, if you had to, you know, knife maintenance, what have you. Well, that's part of the stove. There we go. A little file in there. Comes off the same tool, and again, that's just spares. Notebook paper, alcohol wipes. I've got 4 of those in here, and I've got the signaling mirror sandwiched in between them, trying to, you know, kind of keep it as protected as possible. More alcohol wipes, and then I have a few of these little glow sticks. I throw these in all my kits. If nothing else, they work well as bait. Very well at nighttime. You can catch some fish with these things. I like using them. I need to restock them though. I think I have like 10 left, so I need to buy a few new packs. And also, I guess you could use this to make char cloth. I've never actually made char cloth, but I don't think you'd even have to poke a hole because of these vents back here. So I don't think you'd actually have to poke a hole in it anywhere, and I think you could still make char cloth out of it using just a tin. So I don't know. Like I said, it's tapered to my needs. It isn't perfect. You know, you could always add more or take out less. For instance, I would like to put a Mylar blanket in there, but I don't think I could get a Mylar blanket as thin as I got this rain poncho, so that's probably not going to happen anytime soon anyway. And again, I would like a little button compass, something like that down in here just as a backup, you know, a redundancy. And then maybe like a little mini Bic lighter. You know, a lighter's always nice. Maybe trade this out for a Bic, and it would, you know, probably make a little room. And then maybe a little bit better of a light. The through night would probably fit down in here with a spare battery, and it would probably last a whole lot longer than this one, and put off a whole lot more light. But for now, this will work. And this is just an old LED pin top. It actually came on top of a pin. I just sawed off the rest of it just to make it as short as possible to fit down in here. So I don't know. Like I said, it's made for me. It's not a kit that everybody's, not everybody would want their kit set up just like that. But for what's not in here, I carry in my EDC pack and in other kits around my truck or what have you. So the kit's just set up as a few redundancies and then things that I know I would use daily. So I don't know. We're going to be doing an update on the through night kit. I think I'm going to revamp it and just redo it completely. I think I'm going to take that light out of there and then just build a small little survival kit out of it without a light. And then I'm going to put the through night down in here. So I'll update you if we end up changing that up at all. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.